All right, this is Chaotic Crypto, where we defy tyranny. It has been a few weeks since my last real update. I've done a couple of short streams, a couple of updates, but I apologize. It's been so busy. I'm in the studio right now, and work really got crazy, and then I was sick for basically about a week for food poisoning, so awesome. So it's May 14th. Markets are still correcting. We've been in almost a 2-month downtrend on Bitcoin, and that's really hurting the alts as well. A lot of people are thinking we're going to break out. A lot of people are thinking we're going to break down. We may just go sideways. I'm kind of in the middle here. We are just kind of bouncing in this channel. It's kind of like a bull flag, but it's starting to get a little too long for a bull flag. If we're going to break out of this thing, it needs to be like this week, and there is a lot of data coming out, CPI data, inflation data stuff happening this week, and there's also going to be the Voyager case. I think it may unlock some money, but not immediate, but might give some hope. And there's a few other things happening. There's just a lot up in the air. The whole sell in May, go away thing might be part of this whole issue as well. But we're going to just take a look at the charts and see kind of what's going on. Overall, let's look at the RSI. This is the slower moving oscillator, right? Currently, we're on some support here. I would have liked us to have bounced before this, but we may kind of still fall down a little slower. Summer might be kind of a lull. And that's what I was kind of calling for, but before, like maybe the summer would be kind of a slow burn, and then things will kick back off at the end of the year and get kind of fun and crazy, and maybe more fun for 2025. But we also may reverse here soon too. So it's kind of hard to say just yet, but we are getting to the levels now. Previous bull markets, we usually try to hold these kind of levels. Let's see. Last bull market was a little bit crazier, but look at the previous bull market, which is kind of closer to where we are right now. Yeah. I'd say we're closer to this bull market, the 2017 bull market, if this thing will allow me. So support and resistance, we could stop right here and pull back up, or we could go a little further down to 54 on the RSI. So we may go up and fall back down to one more low. There's a few different scenarios, obviously. This isn't really telling me much other than the fact that we are at a good point now where we could reverse. Now, the stochastic RSI tells us a little bit more, with a little bit more confidence that we're getting close to the end of this thing. Now, we might stay down here for another month or two at worst. Again, back with my whole summer, might be a little bit of a lull. Or we may crack back out of this. If this thing crosses the red with conviction, then we might start heading back up, and that'll mean we're back off to the races. So we'll have to see. Look at the MACD. MACD did cross down. There is a fair amount of selling pressure going on right now, and it doesn't look to me like it's ending yet. We want to see one of these white bars before we start seeing a break back to the other way. So not looking the best. This is on the weekly chart. So the weekly MACD isn't looking very great, to be 100% honest. The daily does look better. Let's see what else we got here. Longer scale. Let's take a look at VPVR, and that's the volume trends here. Now we're up here in this echelon, 55 to 60K. Our next stop would be between 48 and 50. And I would imagine our absolute worst case scenario is absolutely about 30 to 40K. Personally, I think this will probably be our next bull market low, or possibly 60K will be the bear market low. But if we're supposed to test this 30 to 32 range before we're really off to the races generally. Oops. But, we'll have to see. There's still a lot of speculation. The thing is, if Bitcoin comes down to these levels, the altcoins are going to bleed so heavily that it's going to really kind of extend the bear market in crypto, in the whole crypto sphere on a macro. So we'll take a look at it. Where is it? I think this is it. Yeah, on the macro macro crypto market. It's being a little slow. Reload. Yeah, so I mean, if we were to break down there, this is on the daily chart here. Support right now is about 877 billion. But if we look at the weekly, take a look at the weekly. 850 billion is kind of the support there. But if we were to break down to 30K, we'd probably come all the way down to 500 billion in the market cap, and that would basically extend the bear market almost. It would basically be a reaccumulation into the bear market. I'd be very surprised if that happens, but I'm not going to say that it isn't going to happen though. But looking at the total crypto market cap, this does still look like a falling wedge slash bull flag, really. I mean, I don't think it looks too bad for a bull flag. But we're going to have to break out soon, though. We had a bull flag here. Breakout. If we break out of this in the next week, the minimum target, would be about 3.1 trillion, which is previous all-time high, to 3.3 to 3.25 trillion about. I think that's definitely it's in the cards for sure. Let's take a look at, this is the total market cap, all cryptos. This isn't just Bitcoin. And I think it's important to look at that. Our 200-week moving average, or the 200-week, we're down. Let's look at it a little closer. We're about 1.4 trillion. Again, this would be like the nightmare scenario. If we come down here, that's like a bear market. The 200-week moving average is basically used as a bear market indicator. So I don't expect us to hit that. So far, we are honoring the bull market scenario. So we're going to go ahead and edit this. Length 21. 21 week is a pretty safe bull market support zone. And we've already hit that on the total market cap. Let's zoom in a little bit further, see if we're still honoring it. So we could still come down. We hit the 21 week on the total market cap perfectly, basically 2 trillion. It's at 2.1 trillion now, so we could come down just a bit more, but I think / hope that we're coming to an end on this thing. So that maybe we'll get another week of this. It's looking, I think we're getting close to the end. We're probably somewhat similar. If I had to say where we are in this cycle, it looks more like this, though, but I don't think we're right here. That's like more close to the end. We're trying to battle through this whole area. I mean, I feel like we're kind of like in this zone. And I think this cycle may end a few months earlier, depending. There's still a lot. How long did this last? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish weeks, which makes sense. So if we're right here, how much longer do you think this thing will last before we get to like a... So we're right here. %700%. That's if we go up this high. 29 trillion. I don't think we're going to go that high. I think 10 trillion is about the most we may see this cycle. Even then, I'm probably taking a lot of profit around the 7 to 8 trillion mark, but we'll have to see. But yeah, let's see how long do we have for the all-time high? About a year, 427 days, give or take. When does the bear market start? 600 days, 560 days. So if we take that and extrapolate it, that's assuming we break up. If we break down, then that does change things. So 450 days. That takes us to August, July, August, September of 2025, which is pretty much on par. So, I mean, if you're still trying to get in the markets right now, you probably have another month or two before you have about a year. And, if you start buying under a year and selling under a year, you're going to get more taxes, obviously, depending on where you're from. The next bear market will probably start in 2026. I mean, it all kind of lines up. Everything's lining up. And I think it's just very likely that we're going to come down here. We're about to bounce and start moving up here soon. So I think there's some opportunities with meme coins. I think the political craziness is about to get crazy again up until November. I mean, there's probably going to there's MAGA coin, there's Joe Biden coin, there's Elizabeth Warren, there's like a bunch of different political meme coin stuff. I think that's going to be a big thing. Crypto is going to be a big topic for the elections. And that might be a little bit of a almost topping indicator to a degree. I don't know how big of a thing it's really on, be with Trump and all of that, Biden and all that. I don't know how that's going to work. But I'm sure the meme coins will have some fun. But there's still good times to stack right now. If you look at, a lot of these altcoins are so low right now. Cardano is just getting beat up. Algorand getting beat up. Everything's getting, we're basically at the bear market beginnings again. We're just testing the breakout zones. It's basically testing previous breakout areas. And if we get bounces, then it's going to be kind of the bump and run scenarios. Atom is looking, it's almost at its bear market low. I mean, from $6 to $8 is not that big of a difference. I can't believe how low this thing is. And I can see this thing going to $50 to $100. I mean, it's, I think, probably a big problem with the Cosmos ecosystem is that they're probably paying out so much on the dividends. So that might be part of that whole thing. Dominance, is dominance going up? We might be getting another shot up at dominance. Maybe we'll get another pop up, or we get just to make a lower high right here. I'm pretty surprised the dominance is holding so strong though. 61, 813. CRO token looking pretty juicy. You can stake this on crypto.com right now, limited time, I think 20%, which is pretty nice. DOT, it's at $6. You get this for 12% staking rewards, pretty nice. Dixie looks like it's falling down. It's probably going to continue to fall down here soon. I guess this is somewhat a lower high, but we could come up and make another higher high. I doubt it though. Don't take my word on that one. Man, Engine really got hit pretty hard. We want this thing to come up. We really want this thing to move up soon. It's looking a little concerning. Is that Engine? Yeah. Filecoin, it's holding up, but it's looking a little weak. Gala is holding up pretty well. ICP is holding up fairly well. This thing was at, $200, $300, solidly 73 to a couple $100. I remember that thing when it released. Link, it's at a good support zone. Now, if we do break down, we could come all the way down to $9. That'd be crazy. Now look at the mining stocks, Mara, consolidating. So the stock market might tell us a few little things. We'll take a look at it. NASDAQ's been bouncing. What's kind of concerning is that the stock markets have been bouncing and crypto isn't. But there is not 100% correlation there. NEAR is looking pretty juicy. I think NEAR's probably still at a good buy right now. I bought a lot of it down here really cheap. So I'm still buying some here and there, but I really don't. I think it could go to like $50 to $100. Honestly, I think this coin could do very well, but risk return, where are the better plays at? Ontology is interesting to me. You can get 17% on Exodus wallet with this thing. Pepe, looking pretty bullish, honestly. I'm not a big meme coin lover, but don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it. That's what they say. Riot still consolidating. That's another blockchain stock. Let's see. I don't know if it's really telling us a whole lot. Solana on the 21-week moving average. I think this thing will probably start moving here pretty soon. Theta also on the 21-week. A lot of these coins on the 21-week moving averages are interesting. The ones that are below are a little more concerning. Obviously, they haven't started their bull market yet, but will they start it? ADA is below it. Algorand is definitely below it. We want to see coins above the 21-week moving average in a bull market. So some of these are, not quite making it. But, honestly, these blockchain stocks aren't even there yet either. So maybe that's not the right metric to look at. S&P making new all-time high. We're going for it. Getting close. Zilliqa. Yeah, I'm hoping we get some good bounces here coming soon. Graph looks pretty good. Tezos doesn't look too great. Kava doesn't look too good. H-bar, where are we at with H-bar? H-bar is above the 21-week on this chart. So that just gives you a quick breakdown. There's a lot of blood in the streets right now. I think it's a really good time to just really hunker down. I have some friends that have some money laying around. I'm like, just get it now. Maybe do half of whatever you got, and then another half over the next 2 months. Right now is the time to get in. This is your last breath, and after that, fall out. Love it. You can still make money. You'll split the 3 to 5x, maybe even 10x on some coins, but the real opportunity is right now. So try to take advantage of that, I would say. There we go. There's crypto fear and greed index. It doesn't print until I bet it'll probably be at like 50 today though. Markets took a pretty big hit. Like God, these coins were really getting hit hard. Mina protocol. I want to start stacking more of that. Atom got hit really hard. I don't know why some of these are getting hit so hard though. Fetch, Gala, Ondo. And the ones that are doing well, it's like Pepe. Interesting. But I think a lot of times the meme coins will kind of prelude what's going to happen here soon. So there's a lot of things happening in the works. But the question is, do we start turning around the next week or so, or do we continue this kind of lull and bleed out over the next couple months? So we'll have to see. There's really no way to know for sure. But right now, I will say this is a good time to deploy capital over the next couple months. So good luck, HODL on. I'll try to be a little bit better about making updates over the next year. So hang in there, HODL on. Peace.